This is why I'm using Lucid Trading as my go-to prop firm account. I am using them for this 30 trading days until a payout for this exact reason. And this is why they're currently my favorite prop firm. So the first thing we have is they've got low costs. If you're coming in, especially with the discounts, they have really low costs compared to other things. I mean, for funded accounts, I'm basically paying like 50 quid. To Americans pay like $60, $70. So the low cost, zero activation fee literally makes the process super easy. As soon as you're funded, you can go on the dashboard and you can actually activate your account on the same day when you trade in. Not that I recommend it, but extremely good if it comes to it. Like, you can pass throughout the night, and then if you want to activate your account in the morning, brilliant, you can do that. Fast payouts. This firm probably has some of the fastest payouts I have ever seen. I am not even joking. My brother has taken payouts from them. I've not taken a payout from them yet, but they literally come within like 15 minutes, up to in like an hour to the very most. I mean, if you have to go to the very, very worst, it's next day. I mean, compared to other firms, you know, like TPT or Apex, their payouts came in like a week or two. So long. So if you're like wanting to build it around cash flow, or you need a little bit of money, I mean, you're going to want faster payouts, obviously. It's a massive benefit. Simple rules. I do not want to feel like I am trading from a rule book and having to follow all of these exact rules to try and trade. I want to trade the way that I would normally trade within a live market. That is my end goal, right? So my goal is not to just blow through a bunch of prop firms. My end goal is to get to a live account, and simple rules is one of the best things for that. There's no, you can't trade news, you can't do this, you can't do that. Simple rules is probably one of the best things within the prop firm space right now. No consistency within funded. Okay, so you've got consistency when you're passing your eval, which is like, for my accounts, which I do trade 25Ks, is only 625. I can pass in 2 days, but on a funded, there's no consistency. That means I can make 3K within 1 day and take a payout probably that exact same day, or literally just wait until the next day. The only thing they have got is you need 5 days, 5 trading days of $100, which means, yes, you have to do that. But if you've already made 3K at your 5 trading days of $100, the next best thing that I love about them is their user interface. Their user interface is super simple and easy to use. And the platform that I'm actually trading on at the moment, Tradesy, is also the exact same. So I'm actually going to move on to that right now. Okay, so let's talk about going through Lucid Trading's dashboard and why I actually enjoyed the user interface so much. So let's go through. Anyway, once you get an account, this is what it will look like. But this isn't what you guys are going to want to see. You guys are going to want to see what it's like when you buy an account. So let's show you that. So you just come down to add account if you're already logged in, and then use your accounts. You got your Lucid Pro, your Lucid Flex, and your Lucid Direct. Now, if you continue to watch, I will show you which account is actually the best account. For now, I'm using Lucid Flex. For the Lucid Flex, I'm using the 25Ks, $1,250 profit target, max loss limit 1,000, end of day drawdown, which is a massive benefit, consistency 50% until you go to the funded rules. You've got daily loss limit, 0. So for me, with a daily loss limit, I sometimes hold through quite a bit of drawdown to be able to add to my positions so I can get a better dollar cost average. So if I'm $500, $600 down and I'm automatically getting cut out, I run into the problem of I've hit a daily loss limit, whereas I could be $500, $600 down on the Lucid Flex account. And what actually happens then is I then add to my position starts going down. I'm only down like $200 by the time that market keeps coming back up. My break even's lower. If I didn't have that room to be able to do that, I won't be able to trade the way that I trade. Activation fee, free. Daily loss limit, none. No consistency in fundeds. Let's move to the funded rules. Funded rules. Max loss limit for the 25K is 1K. I'm going to show you the other ones as well. We've got 2K, 3K, and then obviously your 150, which is 4.5. Not bad at all. No daily loss limit. No consistency. Like I was speaking earlier, that is absolutely amazing. You've got your max size contracts. No one should be going in for 2 minis or 20 micros unless you're really, really trying to push out of a position, which is naughty anyway, because you shouldn't be that far down and trying to push yourself out of position. You get my point. There is also a scaling plan. In your first $1,000, as you can see, you can only make up to 10 micros, and then after your $1,000 profit, you're up to 20 micros, and then you can take a payout. Basically, days to pay out, five days of $100, just to make you fully aware. For 50k it's 150, and I'm assuming it's 50 for each one. So it goes 200, 250. Don't count me on that. I'm gonna fact check myself. Okay, so that's that. The Lucid Pro, not something that I've really looked at, to be honest with you. I think the only actual benefit is the fact that you've got the Lucid Scale daily loss limit above initial trading drawdown. So you've got trading drawdown initially. You've got 3 days to pay out, so the payouts are a lot quicker. And then giving you a quick run through Lucid Trading itself. When you're logged in, this is your account summary. You'll see all your accounts on here: Lucid Evals, Fundeds, Directs, Lives, all. Leaderboard, you actually get to see who is making bank. I'm going to be on this leaderboard one day. You watch. Your account details. So for each individual account or active accounts, you're going to see each one. I do have another day. I have another day of $400 here, but as I said, it's not up to date yet. We've got payouts, which will show up in here. Certificates, platforms, your profile, the vault. The vault is actually very special for Lucid. The vault is where you can get discounts and you'll get things sent to you, or like an email that will come through and say, hey, well, here's 50% off. Have you got a secret key from a giveaway? And they'll give you a secret key. Boom, that's where you find it. So that is Lucid Trading's user interface. Now, for you guys to be able to see why I've gone for the 25k and why I think the flex accounts are brilliant. Let's go through that, shall we? Let's do it. Let's go through it. Right, so I'm just going to draw a bar chart. So this is your funded 25k, and as you can see, we've got, this is your 25k, this is your initial balance, and you've got your 1k drawdown, and that's the amount of room that you have. Now, if we go to and we increase our profits slowly, and we're now at 1,250, you can now take anything above that amount. There is a minimum amount you can take, and you'll see that on screen, but anything above that you can take, which to me is amazing, because if you think of a 50k, right? So you've got a 50k, mind the writing, you need to make 3k to then get to your buffer again, which is also another 3k, or 2-1 for most of you. So most of you it's 2-1 for you to be taking a payout. So there, I've had to try and make $6,000 to even try and get my first payout of $900, compared to your 25k. Compared to your 25k, you're looking at 1.25 plus another 1.25, or actually, let's do it the other way. Let's go plus 2k. So we're going plus 2, so you've made 2 on your funded account. You are now sitting at $2,250, and you're taking $1,000 straight out. You can take a 1k payout, and all you've done there is you've made 3,250. Say if we was taking the exact same trades, doing everything the exact same, by the time you have got to your 3k, I'm already taking my first payout, which is the exact reason I'm going for the 25k's Lucid Flex. They are, from what I've seen, it just makes sense. It's the only way I can describe it. There's no other way to describe it. It just makes sense. And that's exactly why I'm using Lucid Flex. Now, one thing to mention, and how I have taken a look at this, is by using a website called PropScore Co. So I am literally going to use this, load this up. This is what Day Trading with Matt has actually made for his community. It's completely free. You can come on here and you can take a look at all the prop firms that are on here, and it uses math. It explains the math on there on what makes a prop firm actually good. Now, I want you guys to think about it, because the best way to describe it is, if you are trading accounts, what is your pass rate? You need to understand your pass rate, because if you don't understand what your ROI is on getting a payout. If you're paying $1,500 to pass an account, you're paying another $1,000 on top of that just to get to your first payout. So you've spent 2.5. You need to be able to make 2.5 back, right? Makes sense. This is, we treat trading as a business. This is a business. This isn't, we're not messing around here. So one thing I do want to mention, Blue Sky is seeming pretty good right now. My brother's in the mode of using that, and it's looking pretty good. Now, Lucid Trading, Lucid Pro. One of the highest scoring on here. It's only a few down, and I like them just because I like them. An unbiased review. I've gone through here, found out which ones are the best. Obviously, the Lucid Flexes are cheaper, and if I take a look at Lucid Flexes, they are only an 8, which isn't bad. You're not getting scammed for that at all. They're not bad whatsoever. I mean, for $50, it's one step, no activation fee. I mean, look, you can see price per time in the market, great, a great path to getting funded. The review score overall is 9.6. The only problem they've got is the max payouts, which is 1K for the 25K. It's higher with the other ones, but I mean, if you're trading 5 accounts at once, $1,000 is not that bad hitting your bank account. And then if you've got 5 accounts doing that, $5,000 hitting your bank account, which you could possibly do every 5 days. You don't need to push for that. I mean, who's going to complain? And that's exactly my plan.